Hello,
Hello, hello.
hello. Okay, so which one is better, this or this? I never know. From far or from close?
It depends. It depends.
Depends how tired you are.
Well,
Oh,
it depends how you feel.
yeah, I forgot my water downstairs. This should be interesting. Hello, Tracy. So it's always a fight. Who will be first?
Well, I was first this afternoon at like 3 p.m. I said first, but the comments don't stay.
Oh, what just happened? I'm done. Uh,
I don't know.
okay, so my computer, like something just opened because I wanted to put the volume up, but I pressed something else. Okay. So we don't keep the older comments?
Yeah, for some reason, YouTube doesn't keep the comments before like the 30 minutes prior to the live stream.
Right. So that explains why I could not see the gift
The
last
other day, yeah.
Sunday.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Okay. Makes sense. Yes, I was running a little late. Dishes, dinner, and all. I finished like it was 5:45. The live stream was not completely set up, so I had to rush, 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 rush. And I actually forgot my beer and my water downstairs.
Oh.
Sacrilege, I know. Yes. Well, I asked if anyone wanted to join, and he said yes. Uh, so it's always going to be a competition between you and Tracy.
Yep.
Hmm.
No matter what.
So how was your live this morning? I was only able to attend for 5 minutes.
It was cool. I get a different crowd on Sunday mornings for some reason. I mean, there's usual friends that come. Uh, Tracy's not there on Sundays, but Marilyn was there, Angie was there, Darren. Then there was a few more people that are not there too often, and it's fun to see different people in the chat. I think Wanda Bull was there,
You
uh,
had
Cottonwood Ranch.
yeah, Cotton Branch or Cottonwood Ranch. She
Cottonwood.
used to come on Sunday night, but I guess she's in her big season and all
Yeah,
that.
everyone is getting busy this time of year. It's gonna be harder and harder to see
Mm,
everything that's going on in every people's lives, I guess.
yeah, well, I try to attend, pop on, say hi, and like not adult for like 10 to 15 minutes. But today I got up and I haven't stopped till now. It was one after
It's
the other.
crazy.
Yeah. So yesterday I did some sourdough to prepare for today. And then this morning, my sourdough starter was very, very happy. So I decided to do a bagel. So I had a bread for tonight's dinner that I needed to do. And then I did bagels for tomorrow morning. And then I realized that the kids ate all the snacks for school, and I did not feel like going to the grocery store. So I had to bake some banana muffins for them. And then maple sap, we have 20 liters to do.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I had to go pick up compost at Canadian Tire. It was supposedly easy to get compost, but for a reason, Canadian Tire did not want to have 25 bags of compost being bought. They told me to come back on Monday. I was supposed to plant today. I keep saying I'm 5 days late. But, anyways, so tomorrow my husband will go get some compost, and I should be planting in the tunnel probably Tuesday or Wednesday.
Nice.
We should see. We shall see. Technically, I have to plant before the 30th. My window was March 20th to March 30th. So I'm getting close to that end of the window.
Hmm.
Hello, Dave. Just cleaned up from McNice. 25 liters of beer. Send one
Nice.
liter my way. It'd be fun, like, to ship 1 liter like that. Or
Yeah.
smell-o-vision. I would love to have smell-o-vision. Hello! Marshall's in the Sorry, my brain just got fogged. Is in the place. T-shit, you might not see everything, but trust me, I don't miss much.
Why does that sound like a threat? John, you're stressing me out. I'm
It's
gonna
funny.
quit.
He always picks on you.
Yeah.
Oh, we have another team member. Hold on. I'll add you. Hello.
Hey
Word
there.
up.
I haven't spoken to you in such a long time. It feels
I
like
know
forever.
I'm stuck up, my mom says,
Why?
because I don't visit her every other day.
Uh-oh.
I've been a homebody recently.
Well, it's our season. Our season is starting and the days go by so fast. It's like I wake up and boom, it's 2 o'clock to go. I have to go pick up my son at school, and then the homework, this and that, and this, and then boom, it's 8 o'clock. Here we go again. Another day goes by, and it starts over and over and over again.
Yep, the treadmill. I got an awesome idea for a video, but I got to figure out. I got permission to download someone's video from YouTube, but I got to figure out how to do it.
Um,
I think you need to be with the paid version of YouTube.
Well,
mm,
that just saves it on YouTube. It doesn't download it to your computer so you can work in it in your editor.
hmm.
There used to be a way, a special URL that you would put in front of them, but
Mr. Google Pants, did you ask him?
no.
Mr. Google Pants can be helpful sometimes. Sometimes.
Hmm.
Hello, Wendy. Hello, John. It is funny that John loves to pick on you.
I don't find that funny at all.
I
every
find it
every
hilarious.
live, he has like someone that he picks on, and he doesn't stop. It's like he wants to put you on your toes and make you feel like he has binoculars on you and checking everything you're doing.
That's my captain.
Oh, it's true. Maybe Tracy's spying on us.
Always.
Reporting to John.
Reporting to, so how is the I keep saying Shed Wars, I'm so sorry, global
Gardening.
gardening and homesteading community challenge? How is that going for you, Tracy?
It's going good. It's going good. We're down to a foot of snow on the garden. I am so excited. Of course, I dug down in it on the garden and it's ice underneath, probably 2 or 3 inches of ice. But we'll we'll make it.
Well, the biggest part of the winter is behind us. Now
Yes.
Let's hope so.
it's the now I call this period the testing period. We are being tested on a daily basis, and regardless, every year, and I think Remy is gonna laugh about this. Every year we have a sewing calendar, and our finger itches every year. Like we know it's nothing has to be sewn like before 2 3 weeks, and then our fingers go like, oh my god, I want to sew things because we're so depressed because of the snow. But
Yes, most of the stuff has to be planted in starting next weekend for like 2 3 weeks after. And I set up all my pods with the soil and everything today. Like I can't wait to go and put some seeds in there.
I know you're feeling. I'm actually behind a lot on my cold hardy crop. Um, I'm about not a week, but almost a week. Like I'm still missing beets, lettuce. Um, there's so many things I'm behind this year, and I told Marilyn this the other day. If I have 100% success of germination rate, I am. Can I say that word? Can I say screwed?
Screwed?
Yeah, I am. Definitely. I'm screwed. I'm like in deep doo doo, big caca. I will not know where to put it if I have 100% germination. Because my seeds are getting old. So let's just say that I need 10. Well, then I sow 20 to make sure that I have 10. But let's just say, even though the seeds are old, they still all germinate. I'll have double of what I need.
Now, with the tomatoes, you are the tomato lady.
Yes.
Um, I planted my tomatoes a few days ago. Now, are they going to have to be up potted before I transplant them into the garden on May 20th?
Yes. At least once.
Okay,
What
I
did
can
you
do that.
start them? What did you start them in?
Regular potting soil.
No, no, no. I mean,
Size.
cell trays,
Oh
pots,
yeah, cell trays. I think
72.
yeah.
Okay, so at least once, to a minimum 3-inch pot.
Okay.
3.5 would be better. 4 would be ideal.
Okay.
If you whatever you can find.
So three.
Because if you don't, yeah, that's 3.5, I think.
These I don't know.
This, like the top part, I think that's three, almost 3. Anyways,
But
it's at least 3. I know that one's 3
these
because
do
that's,
well and they're
yeah.
cheap.
You can buy them. Do you have access to Costco, Tracy?
No, we have a BJ's close by,
Which is
but
almost the same thing, right?
yeah, yeah, I have a whole rack. It's either buried in snow under the collapsed greenhouse again, or in my tool shed, I have a huge stack of those soil cups, the
Okay.
solo cups with the holes already in them in the bottom.
Awesome. I think they're either 3 or 3.5, and since they're tall, they do the job. The most important thing is when you see that you have your, like, the plant is established in the 72 plug tray, so you have the two first leaves,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have that little fuzzy thing going on.
Yeah.
Don't let it get too leggy, because then you're gonna have to plant it deep, and then if they get leggy again, you'll have to transplant them again. So it's, I can't tell you when. It's a question of your installation and your lights. But you'll know. Like, you'll see that your plant is suffering in the 72 plug tray. It could change purple, or you can see that it's getting long, leggy.
Okay.
I'm I sow some seeds today, but a lot of flowers are things that will be ready in 5 years, like asparagus. I sowed asparagus as well.
I
They're
have to get
little,
mine.
little, tiny, tiny, tiny asparagus.
I
But they're
should be
only.
able to harvest asparagus this year.
Me too. I'm at
More
year
than a handful.
6. I should have 20 plants at year 6. I should, if they all come back. I'm so excited. Hello, Mama Homemade. Annie. Okay, what's this? I don't see what this is. And
Um,
Pink waving hand.
oh, is that?
See,
it's
Oh,
it's what the emojis look like on StreamYard. They type
right.
it out instead of shows it. On
Hmm.
YouTube, they're seeing pink waving hands.
yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Hi. Okay, let me try to pronounce your name. Larks Homesteadish, I'm guessing. Larks Homesteadish.
I like that homestead-ish.
Homestead-ish.
We're kind of homesteady. Yeah.
It's like when I say I'm gonna be ready at 4 o'clock ish. Around there. Hello, wild edibles. I was able to catch on a couple of your shorts videos. I think it was Friday or Saturday, and you guys make me so hungry. Like that. There's one. It's butter with herbs, infused in herbs. I was like, nom, 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 nom. It sounded delicious. Oh yeah, the tomato. We don't have those good prices on Amazon here. Shipping on Amazon, if you don't have Prime, could be horrible.
I finally, I heard back from I think it was Backwood Solar about sending me some of their books for the conference,
Yeah.
their catalog and instruction books and stuff. And they're like, yeah, it would cost us $73 or whatever to ship it to Ontario. And but if you pay for the thing, I said, you don't have to ship it to Ontario. I'm in upstate New York. Can you still send it? So I don't know. They haven't got back to me yet. Hopefully, it won't cost me $73. Holy moly!
Yeah, shipping here was, even before all this craziness cuckoo thing, ridiculously expensive. Now I'm not even sure how to call it because like ridiculously expensive. What's after that?
Insane.
Yeah, insane. Yeah, that would work.
I found at dollar store any I think they're about 4 inches, little plastic pots.
Hmm.
I have them in my video, and John told me that if it was him, he would have bought them all. I went back yesterday and bought some more. They're actually 10 for $1.75.
That's the one that you sold peppers in, right?
Yeah.
I didn't catch that video yet.
Okay. They're actually pretty good pots, and the thing is, once they break, they're still you can put them in a recycle bin.
True. I did something crazy.
Not
I
you.
I did. I bought the 4-inch soil blocker, so I will no longer need 4-inch pots. So I do hope that I really enjoy that one because it's a unit. So you make one per batch. Like it's not like four or five. So I'm probably gonna receive it this week. So I'm
Now,
hoping I
how does that work with the soil blockers? How do you keep the roots from going from one block into another? You just up block it, or
no the roots get aired, not air pruned, air, what's it called? There's a word for it. Overall, it's healthier for your roots to be like that.
okay?
It's not air pruned. It's air.
Hair pruning.
No. It's air. Oh God, I hate this when it happens to me.
It happens to me all the time. No worries.
Lately, it's been happening a lot because my brain is like all over the place.
It's
Uh,
part of of getting older,
I know, I know, and my
right, John?
my birthday's very soon too.
John,
Yeah.
as you can see, I don't know how you let Robert get. This is my brain trust, man. This is where I get all my knowledge from, right here. Well,
Air
Marilyn and
pruning. Okay, so it's air pruning.
air pruning. Okay.
So yes, when the blocks are one next to each other, they do occasionally go in the other one, but they separate really easy.
Okay.
So I did make sure to have all the different sizes of blocks so that I can make a full video about like so I'm making like educational first and then I'll do practical, like I'll show what they look like because I do get lots of questions on it. Okay, so well, it's in my 1 acre yard. Well, if you're homestead-ish on 1 acre, uh, I'm on 1/3 of an acre, so I'm like homestead-ish. So not really homestead, just sort of homestead-ish. Yeah, sure. The new member of the community. Yes, so
Yes.
he's
Well,
on the team. Uh,
Wilson.
Wilson.
it's the Misfits Wilson.
Wilson's
Misfits.
Misfits.
Something like that, something around that name. So I know it's Wilson. And good luck. I may have to ask. A gift to my boyfriend looks like a lot like Girl Lights. Yeah. Yeah.
It can
Well,
get expensive.
it does. It does. Like I am due to buy more not grow lights, but the bulbs. I dropped one. It cracked, and it was obviously not the one that's burnt. It had to be a good one. And
Always.
then on one evening, I emptied the high tunnel too, like a little bit too late, and I was a bit stressed. And I turned around and I smashed into one of my growing station,
Oh no.
and another one exploded. So this year I lost two that were good, that still had many hours left, and I burned. Last year I ended up the season burning four, but my husband did not know they were burned, so he put them in the entire pile. So I'm down six that I have to replace this year.
I just had to spend some money today. I bought one of these. It's a cordless lapel mic, and it worked great until I wore it on the tractor and it was snowing and raining and got wet, and now it won't work.
Something
So,
like this.
yeah, exactly like this, like that. Yeah.
That's
And
the one that came with your tripod and light, Remy, right?
No, that's another one.
That's another one.
The one that came with the tripod was a little bit bigger. I think I
and
have.
now I ordered the one with the two so that if I do something stupid again,
Do
so
we do
anybody technologically minded.
stupid things? Do we do stupid things?
Often.
Oh, I can't say if you do or not, but I know I do.
Well, I smashed into a growing setup and I exploded a tube. So yeah, it happens. It happens to
That
the
I
best
have
of us.
been some
That's why I
pieces.
bought the wanded. They're LED lights encased in plastic. I don't think you could break them.
Well, it was actually a blessing. My husband was on Facebook Marketplace and he saw that a greenhouse was closing,
Oh.
and it was a microgreen installation. Oh yeah, I remember
Yep,
that.
exactly.
And
So
oh sorry.
no, go ahead. You were talking first.
No, well, I'll let you. It was sidetracked to another subject, so I'll let you finish with
I
that.
was just gonna say, be careful when you use these. See, it's the exact same thing. Sometimes you might be recording and not realizing that your mic turned off.
That happened to
Oh.
me so
That's
many
why
times.
it's there somewhere and they didn't know where it was. When it's working, it works well. You have to be sure before you start talking that the little light is on, and
You
if
have
you
to
can
do
see the light
tests
on your phone.
before, like sound
Yeah,
tests.
do multiple tests, and the battery in there doesn't last very long.
So he sent me the invite to the greenhouse closing, and the set at the time was $50 plus tax. So it include the bulb, the ballast, and the wires to use it. And the person was selling it $10, the full set. All I had to do was go pick it up, and I invested a small sum, but it was a good investment because now I have like a standardized thing going on, and they're sound blasters. They're very well known, and everywhere I go, boutique wise, if I want to purchase it or online, they're easy to find. It's like KitchenAid, like it's a brand that's known, and the parts will always be available. So that's why I jumped on that deal. But I still, like, after a couple of thousand hours, I still have to change the bulbs, and I found out that I can update them to LEDs.
Oh.
So I need to write to Sunblaster to find out where I can in Canada, where I can get them in bulk, and I think I would convert like 10 at a time or 9 at a time and see if I can find a good price bulk, because online it's by unit. So at least it won't create or generate any heat anymore, and it will cost less in energy. Hello, inquisitive farm wife. I forgot to ask you. We were so close at the same time to be qualified for monetization. Were you able to qualify? Air pruning. That's the word I was looking earlier. Thank you. Yes, it happens to all of us.
Too often.
Too often. And it's because we don't have enough thing going on up here.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Oh wow. So
I
we're
did, but
both
I forgot.
yeah, so we're both ishes. But on 1/3 of an acre, I have the equivalent of 50 by 50, maybe more. So I have at least 2,500 square feet of gardening space, and I'm using every
Every inch.
inches I can. Team Wilson Misfit. Okay, that's what it is.
Nice.
Yes, irrigation system. That's not this year for me. That's next year. But I do have someone that gifted us like an old. It's not drip tape, but I'm gonna. It spreads water upwards and it creates like these little misters. So I'm gonna flip it upside down and see if I can utilize that. We have a pump already, and the only thing I have to buy is a 1,000 liter that I want to connect to my tunnel. Because in my town, I'm not allowed to have a watering system that's automatic. I have to have a permit for it.
And by the
So,
way, Maryland, you have to keep money for a conference also.
yes. Are you asking about
The microphone, I think.
the microphone or the lights? Because we kind of talked about both at the same time. I have no idea what John is talking about. My lord, please don't ask me that. Stupid things. Only when we are left unsupervised got to. Yes, and me. I'm gonna go wink, wink on that with you because when we're unsupervised, we can do like so many stupid things and so many incredible things, but you never know which side it's gonna go on. Hello, Buttercup in Fern Homestead. I have the mic that's called Rode. Is that possible? Yeah, I have the Rode microphone that plugs under here. And because of my casing is so bulky, 1 out of 5 times I press play and I talk and you guys can't hear anything I'm saying. So I stopped using it. Hmm?
Speaking of being unsupervised, has anybody heard from Angie this morning? Is she
Yes.
okay? There was a
What?
birthday celebration last night. I'm surprised Rennie is. Woo! He got
Wait a
up
minute. I
early.
missed that. It was Steph's birthday, right?
And Bridget, yeah.
Steph
Ooh. Okay, so I
and
missed that
Bridget they were
live.
celebrating.
I missed that. I went to bed super
It
early
was
yesterday.
funny. Oh my god!
Mm.
I should have.
So I missed that celebration. So Marilyn is happy that she's a silent channel. Doesn't have microphone issues.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'll see what I can find. Sometimes my phone works fine for audio. Other times it's like I'm 100 feet away. When I'm inside, I film with my phone. When I'm inside, I have no issues. When I'm outside, um, that's a whole different ballgame. If it's too windy, it's horrible. If the temperature is ideal, I talk louder. But the best thing is to have the microphone with that cover on top and to do tests, like sound tests, so that you make sure that your mic works. I reached my 1,000 subs, but I need the watch out. Okay, so I'm gonna take a minute here. Tracy, you're also in the same boat. You need subs and watch hours, correct?
Yes. I haven't checked it since this morning. I was 921 subs and 3,270 watch hours. So I'm
Okay.
short by about 730 watch hours and 80 subs ish.
Marilyn, can you put those two channels in the chat so if people have time to go give some love or share the channel? so that these two channels can actually reach that milestone. It would be nice to celebrate Tracy at the conference.
That
Yeah.
would be awesome.
It would be awesome. I do a lot of vertical growing, but the cattle panels here are so expensive, so I have to tweak it a little bit. Okay, so you have that answer. Conference and chickens and all the things. Yes, I know. I'm so behind on the chat. I know. I'm so sorry. That's what happened when you get carried away. Sorry, I forgot to say hello. Remy was even up doing a live.
Yeah. It was a rough morning, though.
It was a rough morning.
Let's just say that I slept on a couch in a sitting position.
That's how much you fell asleep drunk last night?
No, that's just how much my stomach was upset when I laid down on the side. I had to sit up.
Right. So you had
there was some consumption last night.
I missed that. I'm so sorry.
They removed the video after to make sure nobody would see
Did they?
it. Yeah.
They did?
I just released a video from my phone. It was a very windy day. If ever you're not talking on those videos, you can always put the volume down and add a cover-up song or music that is available. Thank you. I hope this helps. I had so many people show me so much love. The least I can do is do the same. Because that day I got that notification that I was approved, I was all over the place. I cried, I screamed, all the emotions. Do live stream? Yes, definitely. It depends when you do them. It depends how often you do them, how regular you do them, and how long you stay on them. So let's just say that you have an average of 10 people that stays for an hour. Well, that gives you 10 hours. And then you have people that would rewatch replays, and sometimes they'll maybe pop on for 10 minutes. Some people will pop on for the whole live. So a 10-hour live can actually become 20 in a couple of days after you release the live. So it's there's a lot of variables for live, but it does help a lot to bring up for your lives. I mean, for your
watch hours.
Thank you. Okay. Remy can confirm this. He told me for almost a year that I should just do the live, and there's gonna be crickets, and I will deal with them as they come by. And I probably waited a year, almost a year. And when I started to overcome that fear, I interviewed people. So I interviewed Remy because he is a small farm. He's a solo homesteader. He has access to a little bit more than me. I interviewed Tracy because he was off grid. Patrick Kuss, same thing. He was off grid. Angie and Mike, me and you, acres for goats. And it helps you out to deal with that nervous situation. You get knowledge, your viewers get knowledge, and other channel gets also known. So it's good for everyone. Are you okay, Tracy? I saw your big finger on the screen.
Well, yeah, it's my camera on my laptop says it's being used, but I'm using my Vivitar camera. Sorry.
No worries.
I just have a copy of my fingerprint.
I just saw a big finger. I was like, "Ooh, what's that?"
Another thing that I did when I first started out, before I was able to get anybody to interview, was I would make the live stream for the replay. I would have a subject, and I would plan on doing most of the talking, and then because you do get crickets the first couple times, and then you start getting friends in and stuff, and it starts getting easier because you can play off them, off the chat.
I remember one of your first live stream, Tracy. We talked about that so many times. Like I was the only one in this live stream,
Yeah.
and we ended up being a chat between the both of us. And it was fun. That's how we became
You
friends.
have to go through those at first, and
Yeah.
you can't let those crickets deceive you or hold you back, because that's one of the ways you can grow. Because
Mhm.
after that, some people on other channel will want maybe to interview you,
Yeah.
and then it only takes one door to be open, and
Yeah.
then you get growth going on. But
I'm trying to interview what was their name? Oh, Living Traditions, but they haven't called me back. No, I'm just joking. I would love to interview
that would
them.
be awesome.
That would be awesome.
John has a good idea for you, Tracy.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely look into that.
Hi, Darren and Bridget. I missed the event yesterday, so it was Bridget's birthday, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah, a few days ago.
Happy birthday, very late. So Darren was a little bit tipsy yesterday.
Both everybody. I think me and Marilyn were the only
Sober?
designated drivers there. Yeah. Angie was. She said she called it sipping, but that bottle was up pretty far.
Back then, I started lives just to get the hours worked great. Yeah, you just need to get it going. It's like when we told Patrick, just press play.
He's still
Deal.
not listening to us though.
No, he's not listening.
I'm gonna have to talk to him at the conference again.
He's coming, right?
Probably, yeah. He was supposed to.
Yeah, I think so.
I was also going to suggest that you have the option of building a connection with your viewers if you can do premieres. It's almost the same thing as a live, because like the video, you're watching the video for the first time at the same time as your viewers. So it gives you like a different connection. No worries.
Take care.
Take care. So the original question before we got lost and sidetracked, you said that it was going well for the challenge. Did you start weighing in stuff, Tracy?
Was that me? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm weighing eggs, and I made a 5 egg omelet. So because what I did, because I do sell my eggs, but I can't weigh the ones I sell.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was I took an 18 pack of eggs, and I'm filling that. That one is for my personal use. As I take out of there to use, I can weigh new ones, and replace.
Mm-hmm.
So for my personal use, that way I don't get confused and accidentally put in stuff that I'm going to sell.
Are you starting to track everything? Do you know how much you have? Do you want to share?
I let's hold on 1 second.
Dun, dun, dun.
Let's see. 10, 85, 60s to I have probably there's 16 ounces in a pound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably got 3 pounds of, and it's all eggs.
That's nice.
That's nice. You're eating a lot of eggs.
Well, so far 5, but they're in the 8. I've got the 18 pack that will be perpetually full.
Yeah.
And I had that omelet was so good the other day. It was my eggs, my kale from back behind me. The only thing that was button was the butter and the Munster cheese that I used. It was awesome.
I haven't eaten that cheese in a long time. Munster?
Munster, yeah.
Oh, I used to love that. I used to like go to my dad's. We would buy wine bottles and different types of cheese, and we bought baguettes and like have afternoons of eating cheese, drinking wine, and falling asleep because like we ate too much and drank way too much. That's
Right, because you ate too much.
oh, no, no. Well, there was like a lot of cheese, and there's like you slice the bread thin because like you want to eat more cheese than the bread,
Right.
but it still ends up being a lot of bread and like bread plus alcohol. It kind of falls like a brick inside of your stomach. And thank God I was young and I could recuperate very fast. And I did not have kids. So I was able to sleep a lot. But those were the good days.
Yeah.
So, Remy, did you weigh in more stuff since Friday?
I had a few roosters crowing, and if someone from the village is listening, they're actually hens. They're identifying as hens. So honestly, they were crowing for the last couple of mornings. So I figured it was time for me to put them in the freezer camp. Um, I ended up with another about 3 pounds.
So
I
that gives
didn't
you like about 5 pounds.
total maybe about 4 because I didn't get much eggs yet.
So
I'm
they're on
getting like
lockout.
yeah they started producing about this time last year, so I'm just waiting. Should be any time now. They're doing like I didn't get a single egg from December, January, and February, and lately like I've been getting about an egg every second day for the past week and a half.
Hmm.
So they're just starting now.
I never get eggs December, January, and February either. They start relaying like around March break. I have about 1 egg to 4 eggs every day. But this year I didn't do something that I normally do. When I see that they're in molt, when they're losing their
Feathers.
feathers,
Yeah.
I normally change their feed to protein to give them extra, or I give them extra protein, either from table waste or yogurt or something like that. And I stop giving them protein like right after the holidays, and I switch it back to layer about early February. And then I would normally get eggs at the end of February. But this year I like forgot, and I started getting eggs later. They were in molt, poor things. Like they look like they were dying last year. And it was, thank God it was not cold, but they had like one feather on their bum, and everything else was like almost gone. They look like between life and death when they're molting. So I gave them yogurt, but usually I switch to protein. So I have to remember doing that this year.
Uh,
Maybe I'll have earlier eggs.
Lark's
Well,
homestead
Remy,
is you don't need to make a video about everything you weigh. It's a community where we trust each other. It's just for fun. You're not gonna be rich at the end of the season if you win. So what we do is simply like you do your stuff, and I mean by watching your videos, we'll know if it makes sense or not. Like if you come up with 5,000 pounds of beef, and you're a solo homesteader, well, we know you're not gonna eat that all in a year, right? So it's just common sense.
Technically, there is a video on on
Yeah.
Homestead Aquarius.
thank you, Homestead Aquarius. Robert made a video about the rules. It's really simple. Everything that you raise, you grow, you forage, you fish. Did I miss
Hunt,
anything? Grow,
hunt,
raise, hunt, fish.
hunt, fish, raise, grow, forage.
I didn't
Anything
miss
you can bring in the house that you don't buy at the
that
store.
you don't buy, and it's for your personal household. So not for your neighbors, families, in-laws, or whatever. So it's for your household. You weigh it, and it has to be stuff that you eat, like Tracy said, not stuff that you grow to sell.
And not stuff that you grow to give to your animals. That doesn't count.
Thank you for correcting me. For myself, I'm so happy. I never thought that I was going to be completing my first week with this much. I'm at 7 pound and 3 ounces. No, 7.3. So
Holy
it's
cow,
seven.
that's a baby.
Yeah, that's how much one of my babies weigh actually. And right now I am finishing up sap that will probably not be done tonight. And I know that gonna have at least a liter. So I'm
I
gonna,
should have thought.
yeah. Well, it's not too late. You still have a week. You still have a
I
week.
I don't know. I think we might have lost it here. It's been really warm even at
Does
night.
it freeze at night? If it still
It
freezes at
gets
night, you
right down to it. But see,
well,
with my setup, if I don't have 40 gallons, it just wouldn't be worth boiling.
okay.
The way I'm set up because I've got that wood burner
Okay.
and
I need to ask my husband to DIY me something because like we're running our super heavy duty fan inside the house and the noise is like a airplane in my house. Like I'm surprised right now you guys don't hear it because like it's so loud. But like it goes from as soon as we start it till like we go to bed. When I turn it off, it's like, oh, quiet, peace of mind. So I really want my husband to make a setup outside on wood so that one we no longer pay for gas because I don't have an electric gas stove. I mean, I don't have an electric stove. I have a gas stove, so I pay for the gas. I
Well, we pay
won't.
for electricity as well.
I'm sorry.
We pay for the electricity as well.
Yeah, but for me right now, it's cheaper to have a gas stove with everything that I'm doing than an
Yeah.
electric stove,
Oh yeah, for sure.
it performs better. I won't be at your live next Friday, Remy. I'm the driver at the Cheese and Wive evening. Yum, 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 yum. Sounds delicious. Ooh, John is at 68 pounds of eggs. My girls are good to me. They are.
you thought I ate a lot of eggs.
I, since is a dog part of your household?
Would be an
So if
animal.
I would, because
Dog milk.
this summer I plan on having the extra eggs, give it to my dog Luna.
Nope.
So
Yeah,
that
that would be
means
an animal, I think.
Yep. Your dog is not considered a member of your
okay. So that means
human
I'll have to
family.
occasionally not weigh eggs because I would
Wait,
not know. I'm sorry.
you give your dog eggs?
Yeah.
A shepherd husky mix. You give eggs. My
Is there?
goodness, no wonder you have to have the big fan going all the time. Our huskies and the German shepherd that I had at one time, oh my goodness, they would fart you out of the house.
Yes, they do. They do.
Oh, good.
Um, my little one Theo is a Yorkshire. He's 6 pounds, maybe 7 pounds. He's this big. He thinks he's a horse, but that's another story. Um, he farts that little thing. Oh God, he can clear a room, and he's so small. And Luna, same thing. Like I'm sitting down reading a book, and I'm like, ooh, and like I think like she's still being in like potty train. Like we're still trying to get her to go outside all the time. So I'm always like getting up super fast, thinking like she did something on the ground, but no. And then she looks at me, what's wrong? And I'm like, oh God, she smells like hell.
My
But
cats will
even
curl up on my chest
yeah,
and then they'll just
even
kind of
with
look
the
at me and
because when we adopted her, when we saved her from when we rehomed her, sorry, she was on um something kibbles and bibbles.
kibbles and bits.
Yeah, he was that, and I converted her to a newer feed, which is higher end. And God, that week was a long week. She had digestive problems all week. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if I either will dehydrate them or freeze them or occasionally give her one. And when I do, I'll just remove the egg amount from my weigh-in. Water glassing. If I can get over that fear, I would maybe do it. Okay, so same thing with I need no eggs in January, February. They restarted 2 weeks ago. I'm gonna water glass egg again this year. Yes. Keep logs. Don't think you'll remember. You won't.
No, no.
At
And
what
just
age they begin to crow? Are you talking about the roosters?
yeah,
Yeah,
Mine started. I had one in the house. It started about 2 months.
yeah. When they hit puberty, usually
But
the
when
like,
they start running with the hens.
yeah,
yeah. The average is 18. At 18 weeks, they'll start crowing like loud, like they're really crowing like real roosters. They can start before that. Like I had a few 4 weeks old here, and you could see the roosters were trying to like.
yeah, they look like they're dying.
Yeah, they were trying. It just didn't sound right. But
Yeah.
you'll, if you're afraid to get roosters, Marilyn, you'll know fast enough which one is which.
And there's
You'll
some
hear them.
breeds. There are some breeds that the not the wattle, but the
Um,
Comb.
comb. If you look into breeds that the female has a small comb and the male has a very tall comb, you'll probably know within 3 to 4 weeks of age.
but she is getting partridge Chanticleer. She might not know before they're 20
Wait, wait,
weeks.
wait. Chanticleer, the girl doesn't have anything. She has like this little tiny thing.
Yeah, the roosters either when they're
The
young.
the rooster has like this raspberry thing going on their front part here, or that's the regular Chanticleer.
I showed some pictures to Chris and Steph. I think they were about 16, 7 weeks, and you couldn't tell them apart. And I thought for sure I had only roosters left, and I had three hens left
Hmm.
in the 6, 7 Chanticleer I had.
Okay, so it's not the same because the ones
So
that I know they're the white
parts.
Chanticleer, and the male has this raspberry thing going on. Mine have just started picking up, getting 2 to 6. Probably talking about. Okay, so he says, John says, "Wow, look at you, Canadian." Not sure what he wanted to
Probably
say.
Canadians.
Yeah, the rules locked in. We follow the rules. We don't want to be in the marshal's office. So at the same time as Rabbit Freezer Camp,
Yeah.
John, I ask about 10 questions a week to write. Yeah, so right, no, no, and no. So it's not necessarily what we grow, but what we no, not what you preserve. You don't weigh what you preserve. You weigh in what comes in your house raw.
Right.
Yeah, you can preserve it after, but it's what, like if I go harvest tomatoes, you weigh in the tomatoes. Then whatever you do with the tomatoes to preserve it, that's your own business. If you freeze it, if you dehydrate it, if you
Mm.
can it, you weigh it when you bring it in.
Say you make a spaghetti sauce, you can weigh the tomatoes. If you chop up peppers, you can weigh the peppers that you use in it and stuff like that, but you can't weigh the jar of spaghetti sauce.
Exactly.
So it's raw ingredients that you just bring in your household. Either you raise, grow, forage, fish, or hunt.
You can weigh apples, you can weigh strawberries, and I'm saying what I was told last year because I did ask the question. If you have a friend that has apple trees or plum trees and they want you to go and harvest some fruits on their trees, you
You're
can
right.
go there and harvest them yourself and it counts because you
But you
didn't pay.
can't you can't pay for.
No, you can't pay for it.
Okay. You need more can-do attitude. A woman can build a lot of things if she. True. If we get pissed off, we might do a couple of things. Might not be right, but we might do a couple of things. Only two of us here, but we preserve a lot. That's a good thing. Knowing your fear of canning last year, once you'll get to water glassing, you true. But it's not the same fear. The fear of pressure canning is the fear of dying, of explosion in like a poof in anyways. You always hear those horror stories. The water glassing is because I have no idea what they taste like, and I've seen so many people say that it went to catastrophe, and the smell was like something died when they
Oh
opened
no.
the 5-gallon bucket. So I'm like, okay, if I don't do it correctly, I'll lose the eggs. And since
Yeah,
I have no idea what I'm
they used a plastic 5-gallon bucket.
yeah.
Water glass. Oh, I would use like a big gallon pickle jar or something. I would use glass. That way you don't get any
Yeah. But
seepage.
they have like 40 hens, so they had a lot of eggs. But like every year I learn new skills, and if it is this year, I'm going to learn it. If it's not, I know it's going to come. It's just a matter of me learning it. I want to know for the rooster for the time they'll visit the freezer. um, they will probably be annoying, very annoying, around 18 weeks.
Yeah. And the thing is, there'll be probably one, maybe two crowing at the same time. Once you butcher those two, then you'll have a few more days, maybe a few weeks if you're lucky, before the next one starts growing. And you'll
Yeah.
see the big ones are usually the dominant and they're the ones growing.
So now I see the problem, Remy. You need 18 more weeks.
He's laughing at me.
I don't know what he means, so I'm just reading comments because I am late on comments again. And when does it all end? October?
Around the 20th of October, I think.
It has to do with that moon phase in October.
Yeah, last year it was on the 26th. I think Robert fixed the date when it gets close enough.
Okay, I don't remember. I know it's towards the end of October.
Yeah, it was supposed to be the 20th last year and ended up being the 26th.
No worries. Questions are normal, and if we can
Yeah.
help you out right
23rd.
off the start, you'll at least have a good start.
And this is my first year, Annie's first year. Remy, you're a veteran from last year. You were the MVP with what was it,
100
1,650
pounds.
pounds?
1656, yeah.
Yeah.
Someone's going to beat me this year. A lot of people are going to beat me this year. I think the only reason that I finished on top is because there was a lot of people missing out on the videos.
Oh, you mean the
There
video
was a, there was a
qualification?
requirement for 12 videos minimum last year, which they took it out this year. So a
Cool.
lot of people will be doing crazy quantities, crazy amount. I'm just trying to beat my own record this year. That's all.
Well, I don't understand how you cannot do 12 videos in March, April, May, June, July. In 7 months,
Yeah.
7 months, all you have to do is 1.5 videos a month. But anyways,
Well, the thing is, last year it was also about teaching something about gardening.
true,
So
but
for some
still,
people, it was harder. Some people will do the homesteading stuff, but not as much on the gardening side. Like I do what I do, but it's hard. It was hard for me to teach. And honestly, the last 2, 3 videos was just like, okay, I have to do something. I have to get something done. I'm gonna show how I harvest my mint and make tea. Like that was my video because I didn't know what else to do. I realized at the end of the season that I needed more videos, and the season is over. Like I can't show you how to start a tomato plant at this time of year in September. Like so I
true,
had to.
true. But it counts prior to preserving. That's correct. Not just what we literally eat. Okay, so you might have to weigh yourself in before you go in the garden and then weigh yourself after, so that you kind of figure out how much snacking you've done. But yes, it's raw items.
Yeah, we all lose a few pounds here and there. Well, maybe not a few pounds, but the kids will go outside, eat a few strawberries, a few apples.
If I can harvest 10 strawberries this year, I think I'm going to celebrate because I only ate 2 last year, and the rest I either shared them with the chickens, the birds, or my kids. But
And you can get a scale at Walmart for like 20-25 bucks. They'll do the job, so don't
I'm
worry.
looking for, since I bring in like huge amount of tomatoes, I'm looking for the one that the plates is actually the face plate of the weight is further out,
Yeah.
so that I can put like like a big box on top and like be able to see what's under. My
Yeah.
kitchen scale, I can only use small 5 quart containers, or I can't see at all. But like when you bring in 50 pounds of tomatoes and you have to weigh 10 at a time, it's kind of long. So I need to upgrade that. But for now, it's good. Milk. I don't have milk. I don't have any dairy animals. So it's October 23rd.
Hmm.
Some starts
Right.
person needs to set up a community Google Sheets where we can record everything.
Not it. Not it.
I like that. Not it.
Yeah, I had to ask Remy and Marie-Lynn because I was making mine and I wanted it to automatically, a column to automatically add the ounces and pounds and stuff. And I had to ask them how to do it because it's been so long since I worked with a spreadsheet program. Oh my goodness.
I had help also from Remy. I know how to weigh in stuff and like write the quantities, but the logistics of like adding it all up, my brain was like, okay,
Yeah.
I need help. I need help. You'll need a scale. You'll need a scale. You can't go, oh, this is 2 pounds. Oh, this is probably 5 pounds. You need a scale. Lots of folks felt they had a hard time doing teaching videos because they were just learning.
Yeah,
True,
that was my
but
case.
by showing what you're doing and following up on those videos, let's just say that you try a new way to grow X, whatever it is, and then during the season you do an update video of your success or your failures, and then later on during the video you talk about what you have done to correct your failures and what you'll try to do next year. So it's kind of teaching because like you're
Yeah.
showing the full thing that you've decided to do. And when I do that, I always talk about the reasoning behind it. So you kind of know where I'm coming from and what I'm trying to go. And if it works, woohoo. If it doesn't work, well, then I try to do it better. Like, I think I found how I'm going to grow brassicas. In 2 weeks, I will know if I have finally figured out how to grow brassicas. So I cannot wait to see those true first leaves so I can tell you what I've done to make it work.
Yeah.
I really hope that it works this year because, like, I'm not sowing again.
Yeah. I can't speak for anybody else, but if I waited to know what I was doing to make a video, I wouldn't have any videos.
True.
My failures, some of my failures, like when I straight gassed my chainsaw instead of putting oil in it, that's one of my best videos ever.
Which one?
I put straight gas in my video instead of mixed gas, or in my chainsaw, and I ended up getting a new chainsaw out of the deal. The wife let me do that, but that is one of my best all-time videos. And now I'm going to be making it because somebody asked, well, how is that running? And I didn't really know because I've got the new chainsaw I've been using. So I need to make an update on that. And then it leads me into the videos. I've never redone the top half of a chainsaw before. I'm gonna order the stuff and I'm gonna rebuild the chainsaw, and that'll be another video.
There's also something I love about vlogging channels, that they just film the process. Like,
Yeah,
regardless, and they say, we have no idea what we're doing. We're just going to go with the flow. We're going to try to figure out. And then as a content creator and someone that films, you kind of see in their eyes, like they're hitting a wall and you're like, "Ugh," and it doesn't work. And then like you see where it cuts, and then like you see like the mind going, what did I do wrong? I had to come back. And then the camera pops back up, and then like 5 hours later, and then the person
Well, I think I
explains to
finally
you,
figured it out.
we finally figure it out, we did this wrong. So it's raw, it's raw footage. And the fact that they messed up, we're going to remember it probably better, because we're going to remember not to do what they did.
Not to mess up.
Not to mess up, or not to mess
Yep.
up like they did.
the other day, we were working on the tractor because my tractor broke, and oh my goodness, Trevor was cursing engineers. Oh my god, you should have to work 5 years in a field before they let you design anything.
That will never happen, especially now. There's so many jobs that are lacking personnel. It's going to be an interesting next 5 years. I was told, but I can't remember who, suggested also a hook scale. It makes it easier for bigger quantities. There's your post-it note idea calculator that measures in a pound ounce, and no scale for me. I have scales for my produce. Not sure I know what that means. But
Because you told her you're gonna have to weigh yourself before you go outside.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. True. I might have to weigh myself a couple of times before I go into the garden, especially in snap pea season.
Yeah, it's tough to
It's
bring
tough.
it in.
Like, when it's like chilly in the morning, it's still chilly. Like, you still have to put like a little coat. The peas, when it's cold, it's like you hear that.
Oh, it's so good.
I can't wait to eat peas. I have a shipping scale, I think, weights. That's nice. Snap peas are one of my favorite to grow. I love tomatoes. Everyone keeps calling me the tomato lady. But definitely, if I can go snacking in the garden, there's two things that I enjoy. It's the snap peas when it's really cold in the morning, or late at night when it's really cold, and those wild black raspberries. They're one of the first berries to come out. They're little and they're super sweet, super delicious. And I'm hoping this year that instead of doing that alcohol liquor that Stephanie did from Hickory Croft, I want to do a black raspberry one. Hoping that I can keep 4 cups. I need to keep
Like a blackberry brandy.
no liquor,
Like
liqueur.
liqueur. Yeah.
I think she does it with vodka. I think it's vodka. I might be wrong. I have to go look at my notes. But like, I want to do rhubarb. I want to do black raspberries. And there's another one I wanted to do. I think it was chocolate mint. Like a small. I just want to, like, that one I want to make a small so that I can add it to, when you're adulting, but no responsibilities. That might be wrong, like not happen often, but I want to try a couple of things this year. Not just dehydrate mint, like try new things.
Yeah.
With all the gas, the peas we do, we will maybe float. Well, speaking of peas, I normally sow peas on between April the 20th and April the 30th. I sowed peas in little soil blockers to transplant next week in the tunnel. So I might get peas in May.
See, I'm trying to go by this Clyde's garden planner thingy,
Yeah.
and it's hard because I'm watching you guys. You guys are like Canadians. You're way farther north than I am, and you got all these stinking Darren. I think he's one of the farthest north of us all, isn't he?
Right.
Yeah,
He's got
he's a
the
little bit early for his tomatoes. A little
Yeah,
bit.
but
I just sowed mine.
he's got his indoor stuff all done. Of course, he's got the greenhouse he can transfer them to,
Yeah.
but and I'm like, man, oh man, I want to plant.
The finger is itching. I
Trevor's like, you never learn. You're planting
no.
early again. I'm like, no, I'm going by that thing.
The
If it
thing
says
is,
I
if you go earlier, it's fine. But you need to realize that two things will happen. You need to have the time to up pot if ever need be. And if you have a gardening space and you can transplant them earlier, do you have what it needs to protect them from the elements or from the cold? So I sowed my cold hardy crops about 10 days earlier than I would normally do. But I have row covers for those 10 days. So let's just say that I'm on time and on April the 20th I am able to transplant my cauliflower outside and broccoli, but I have to check the temperatures to make sure that my row covers will protect them. And knowing that I'm sowing them 10 days early, and let's just say that I might not be able to transplant them, they will suffer in those 72 plug trays. So instead of sowing them in 72 plug trays and up pot them, I will sow them in 50 plug trays so that if ever they have to stay in there, because God forbids whatever happens, they have to remain 10 more days and be planted on the 30th, they will not be root bound. They'll have a half an inch more of spacing in that. So it's all a question of what you can do for those plants. If you don't have a greenhouse or you don't have row covers, I would just stick with your what the planner says.
um I've got an idea to take because I have my woodshed wrapped in tarps. I'm thinking of wrapping it in clear plastic and seeing if that will serve as a spring greenhouse for me if I need it. Because the
For your
wood's almost
plants?
all gone.
For
Yeah.
your plants?
Yeah,
Uh,
just if I need to get them out there a little bit before the frost.
so
Um
so like a tunnel, like I'm doing with mine.
yeah,
But at
yeah,
night you'll have to probably bring back in your stuff.
okay.
Cuz like right now I have 8 trays that I bring out every morning and every night because it's a little bit too chilly. Like it goes down -3 and they should survive, but I'm a little bit mama bear. So I
Yeah.
bring them back inside. At one
Well,
point, when the plants are really established, I'll just leave them there.
right. Well, that's what I'm kind of thinking is once if I start running out of room inside and it's getting closer like towards the end of April or whatever where it's not going to be so cold but they'll be protected from the frost but it'll be, -3 and I'd stay in bed.
Um, I'm in Celsius, so -3 is in Celsius. Sorry, so it's like 3 degrees under freezing. I don't know what freezing is for you guys. I think it's teens.
32 32 32 degrees Fahrenheit is freezing.
Really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in 30s, it's under freezing. Okay. Okay, so I was talking about Celsius. I have to keep remembering that there's United States people here. Well, actually, I think we're the only country that speaks Celsius. No,
No, I
Really?
think the States are the only
No.
country in Fahrenheit.
really?
Yeah. Most of
Okay, so
Europe is metric and
true, 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 true. So you guys didn't upgrade to Celsius. I think it would be cuckoo-ness if you guys would upgrade to Celsius.
I remember my dad they introduced us to the metric system and my dad got mad.
Well, it is complicated to switch a mind to
Yeah.
Celsius once you've like 50 years figured out everything in Fahrenheit.
I don't know. It comes for me like 0 is freezing temperature, 100 is boiling water
Well,
boiling
I
temperature.
have some guide points. Like now I know that 30s is freezing. In 70s is in its 20s, like early
Yeah. So when you
minus
reach 25 Celsius, you can go for a swim.
yeah, technically. 25 is still cold. Oh yeah, 32 is freezing. Where was I going with all of this? I lost track. Oh, what zone are you, Tracy?
Celsius is equal to
Oh,
77 degrees.
oh, that's 77 degrees. You can swim in that. I am in 5A.
Okay, I'm in 5B.
And I'm in 4B.
Yeah. But it doesn't mean anything, the zones. See, I'm in 5B, and my frost date is a little bit different than Tracy's. And we're in the same, well, similar zones.
But
Uh,
maybe his first frost date in October or September might be earlier or later than yours, and you might end up having like 120 days of growing
no, I
snow.
think his frost date is in October. Tracy?
October 6th
Okay, mine's
is
September
average.
September 23rd. And they on paper it says it's May 12th to September 23rd. So
Yeah.
he has 3 weeks more than me, about ish.
And what's your
Mine
last frost
mine
date, Tracy?
my last frost date is the 15th of May. May
Okay, so we're
15th.
about the same, but you freeze
So,
further than me. So we
right.
have two
And
more
and
weeks.
it's funny because you just go down the hill and you're in a totally different climate. There's no snow down there right now because the rain got rid of most of it and I have a foot left.
Hmm. Well, here, since I'm in agriculture zones, there's not much snow in the fields, like because of all the high winds and they melt very fast. But as soon as we reach in the village, there's a lot more snow. So it's like
Yeah.
not even a kilometer of difference in there's more snow in the village than in the fields.
My father-in-law was here. Was it this afternoon? No, yesterday. And that's the first thing he said when he got here. He said, "Man, you guys have a lot of snow. He's only 15 minutes away, and like you can see the grass in some places. Here, like you're far from seeing the grass. Like there's at least a good 3 to 5 foot of snow here. Easy.
But you still have to hang on till June, right?
Yeah, you had to rub it in, didn't
No,
you?
no, no, no. You know, right now, um, it's the first year that I'm not in a rush.
I have to hold my hand back, not to sow
Uh,
some more seeds.
I I still have that urge, but I think I have reached the like I'm behaving because I know that I will have so much logistics just with my pepper plants and my tomato plants. I'll have to play Tetris, homestead style. Like this one goes here, this one goes here, and like all over the place. So this year I'm not in a rush. I'm embracing this. It's still a crazy period, but July is going to be cuckoo. July, August is going to be
Oh yeah,
completely.
it always is.
It's going to be crazy, crazy, crazy. I think I'm going to do like Lynn this year, though. Also think that Marilyn did that. I think I'm all going to freeze my tomatoes, and I'm not going to process them. I'm going to weigh them, obviously, but I don't think I'll process them right away.
Yeah, you do that later on when you have more time.
Yeah. Well, there is
Yeah.
one thing of that, like salsa, I have to do with fresh tomatoes. It's preferable. And diced tomatoes. So I might like do my salsa in my dice, and the rest I might just like freeze it.
Well, I got the long keeper tomatoes, which I'm gonna take my biggest best plant and everything, all the fruit from that, I'm going to use for seed. Because you only get what it or is it the long keeper? No, it's not the long keepers. It's the giant
Giant crimson.
crimson. You,
Yeah.
you only get 5 seeds.
Yeah, I didn't catch that this year. So if you guys
Um,
have too much seeds this year, send some my
well,
way.
well, yeah, because I'm gonna save seeds from it because that it just amazes me that it was an extinct variety. I'm in upstate New York, man.
Yeah, I have
Uh,
igloos. I have igloos in in my town. Well, no, Remy has maybe an igloo or two.
I have to make tunnels to make it to my car.
when I first met Darren, I was talking to Darren, and he says, "Yeah." He says, "When I tell Bridget that I saw a bear in the backyard," she says, "Was it black, brown, or white?" And I believed him. I thought he had polar bears running around. He might.
It is. It is. I'm gonna be. So I needed 110 tomato plants, and I sowed. I'm not gonna say how much because everyone's gonna go, "Oh my god!" And I needed 94 pepper plants, and so I sowed more. So just the logistics of those. I do have one, two, three clients that comes every year and asks special varieties from me, so I also have to sow that for them. So I'm probably not gonna be around 500, but just like you need to find place for everything. And then outside, you still have to play Tetris, but gardener style. Like you have to find space for your overstock and oh, a celery plant goes here, or another celery plant goes here, another celery plant goes here. I needed 30 celery plants, 30, 40 max celery plants. I have over, and I'm not exaggerating, probably 150. I have
Nice.
no idea what I'll do with all of that. I have no idea. I might bring some at the conference because
That's fine.
all
That's fine.
I'm gonna. They're not gonna be as gorgeous as Dave's. But we have way too much celery plants.
That's a lot of peanut butter. Is that's the predominant way I eat celery is either when my mom cooks something with celery in it, or sit down with a jar of peanut butter and a thing of celery.
John Marilyn has a good point. You'll have to stop watching videos. Leave us like do our thing, and you don't have to worry about us. We're good people. We're good people.
Yeah, you
It's
have
your
to keep
first
an eye
draft
on
page that says that.
it. I do. I do sell my extras. I had the crazy idea of starting a lot of perennials this year and sell perennials and sell my overstock. Um, I might regret that decision. Now, at the moment, now I'm fine. I'm fine. But I might regret the decision later on.
You have to understand, Larks, that like Remy has his own chapter of Seed Addicts Anonymous, and Annie is a member.
I converted Remy. It's like I remember I keep saying this on so many videos and lives. When I showed my collection, my 2 boxes, those travel boxes, he's like, he was looking at me weird, like you need 2 boxes to fit all your seeds. I'm like, trust me, you will have those boxes like faster than you know. And now he has 3 boxes.
I've
I
got 1.5 filled. So I'm not. I feel pretty good. No.
And they're full. They're heavy.
So I have two full, and I have an old Tupperware rectangle container. Then I put like all my flowers and peas, beans, beets over stock. So I probably would fill a third one, but I kind of want to stay. What's that?
Nice. This is
That's
hunting journal.
Hunting
hunting
journal.
journal that I
Nice,
want in Tracy's life. I didn't
nice.
start hunting yet, so nothing in there.
So I believe that if I buy a third one, I might have to admit that I have a seed collection problem. But I do give out a lot also. Oh yeah, I have tons of seeds too. It really is an addiction.
Well, it's
We
not my
tried an
fault. It's the store's
intervention.
fault. They keep coming out with new type of seeds. What am I supposed to do? Just leave them there? Like, come on.
You guys should actually read the conversation me and Annie from Mama Homemade that we have. And like in January, we narrowed down our varieties we wanted to grow. Okay. And then the seed companies came out like with the beautiful ideas of sending us catalogs and showing like advertisements on social media. And like me and Annie were like, okay, so and she's like, did you see they came out with a new broccoli? I'm like, we have like 10 varieties of broccoli, like we don't need one more. And then
You don't
she's
have
telling me, you need to convince me not to buy it. I'm like, you're talking to the wrong person. I'm not going to convince you not to get it. Like I could tell you, try to be reasonable, but I can't convince you, because if I was in your situation, I probably would end up buying it or putting it in my wish list. So.
I'm gonna put these away.
Hello, I'm sorry if I massacre your last name, Old Nuns.
Nans, old Nans.
I hope it's how you say it. You have 5 boxes. I win. Woo-hoo-hoo! Congratulations. You're officially a seed collector senior. We try to do an intervention, but it's not working. Well, I have been behaving a lot. I try to stay with my tried and true varieties. Like I know my peas, I have my varieties, my beans also. This year I'm trying to settle down on my beets, but that does not mean that if I see a new beet seed coming out, I might try. I might. It's hard. It's hard to say no. It's hard to say no.
If they didn't want you to have a lot of seeds, they would stop selling them.
They would stop sending catalogs every year. And the worst part is soon people down south will start showing all those seedlings and the seed packages. And we're going to go, ooh, I need that. But you don't. You don't.
Yeah.
You don't need it. But you're going to buy it anyway.
Did she say she had 5 of them filled? The seed
Yeah.
thing? Oh my gosh, you most valuable employee for the seed company.
Yes.
Holy
Yes.
cow,
Yes.
you're
Yes.
paying for the owner's retirement.
Yes. Well, there's also one thing. You kind of become frugal when you have a big collection. You have a tendency of going at the end of the season and take the deals 30, 40, 50% off.
Mhm.
When MI Gardener has that 50% off, I fill in on varieties that I know that I love. You get 2 for 1, and you're going to use them. Like peas, beans, there's one pepper that I buy from them that I sow at least 10, 12 seeds every year. And then I tag along and I tell Annie, there's a sale, do you want me to add you to my list? And then like it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, but you have 2 for 1. Did I miss any comments? Where did it go? I lost all the comments. Okay, they're there. That's because they go back up. I don't know why. They do that to me a couple of times during a live. No, they are down south. Those seeds don't work here. What seeds? Anticipation, I much watch now.
Oh yeah, Remy's sending people links to get them off your live.
I said after the live. I have to go anyway.
Me too. It
my
is
little cousin
magic
is,
hour.
yeah, my little cousin is at the Quebec version of The Voice, and he made it to the finals, and he's gonna sing tonight, and we have to go and get ready to vote. So,
Well, thanks for
Nice.
popping on, and good luck. What's his name?
Natael.
Natael. Well, good luck. Sending good vibes his way, and I hope he wins tonight. And I'll chat with you later on this week.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. Okay, I'll stay maybe like 5 more minutes because I am not hearing my kids, but that's not necessarily a good thing because 7:30 is magic hour here. Every lives you guys hear them. It's funny that today I haven't heard them once. So I'm going to be an optimistic and I'm going to say it's a good thing and hoping that I don't go downstairs and it's total chaos.
Either that or they knocked over a heat lamp or a grow light, and your husband's down there saying, "Shh."
Yeah. You said the South person will show seedlings and we want them. Yeah. I remember the first couple of years, especially when Jessica from Roots and Refuge Farm, what's her name? Jill from Whispering Willow Farm. And there was another one, Living Tradition Homestead. They were a little bit more reserved on their varieties, but like they showed by John, they showed so many seeds that I did not have, and me not thinking that I'm in zone 5 and they're in zone 6, 7, 8. Not necessarily will grow here, but we all make these rookie mistakes. My children are under 10. I have 3 little munchkins. Some days they're munchkins, some days they're dragons. Some days they're a mix of both. And it depends how they wake up. I'm guessing you're talking that you missed the children phase. I'm guessing that's what you meant. I am head in, like, all the way here. So I'm not there yet. Like, my youngest is 6. My youngest boy is 6. Then Philip is going to be 9. And my daughter's 10. Yeah. There's good days. There's definitely good days. There's definitely hard days. And there's definitely days that I would just stay in bed. Well, I'm hearing the TV. The TV works, and I'm hearing the massive fan working downstairs. But I'm not hearing anyone screaming, punching. So it should be good. Should be fine.
Yeah. Liquor cabinet's closed, right?
We don't have liquor.
Oh, okay.
Well, not true. We have 1 vodka bottle, but the kids don't know what it is.
Oh, look, mommy's special water.
My daughter does not like beer. She enjoys a little bit of red wine. Hates white wine. My 2 boys, I'm gonna be very polite, little shits. They love daddy's wine. So daddy's wine is hidden. And my little one enjoys my wine and coffee. He loves coffee. Like, he takes a croissant and dunks it in daddy's coffee and eats it. So I'm like, what? Like, you seriously? You're 4 years old. He was 4 years old. He took the croissant, dunked it in his dad's coffee.
I could just see Fred not knowing and getting a little piece of bread, soggy bread in his coffee when he
Yeah, well,
drank
Fred
that.
is part French. His dad is from France. So kind of like the part of my son is French. So it came out with the croissant, and that morning he had espresso, like traditional French meal breakfast, and he's like doop doop. I'm like, seriously, you're 4 years old. You're not supposed to enjoy coffee. You're not supposed like you're supposed to enjoy croissant, but you're not supposed to enjoy coffee.
Hey, mommy, can we go? Can we go? Can we go? Can we go? Can we
Yeah,
go?
yeah, yeah. Thank God it was only one sip because whew, my kids are grown. My grands are almost grown. Wow. Okay, no, I'm not there. I'm not there yet. I'm well, I'm old, but not that old. But grandma, I'm not ready for that. My daughter 10 going on 20 attitude. So I'm not there yet. Like I keep having that conversation of boys with her and like all of that, and she keeps telling me, "Mom, mm-mm, mm-mm, like good, good girl." my
Right?
sons, my middle son is blonde, has the six pack, almost the eight pack.
Wow.
Thank God he does not have blue eyes. He has brown eyes. He's gonna bring in trouble, 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 trouble. The girls, I have to teach him to be very nice with girls. My youngest, I don't know. I don't know. He's still 6, so I still have a while to go. But 9, the boys start to have that phase between 9 and 13. I
Yeah.
have to teach him how to be a gentleman.
Yeah. My granddaughter's 15. My oldest grandson is 21. My oldest granddaughter is 15. Then I have a 12-year-old granddaughter, a 7-year-old grandson, and a 2-year-old grandson.
Ew.
And the 15-year-old, she's got a boyfriend, and he's a really nice
Ew.
guy. He's a really nice guy, and um, they're very they're very welcoming, kind of like let's keep them close. Of course, my son-in-law is huge, and he's a big man. And as far as muscle and tallness, he's huge, and he's not huge like me, which is a nice way of saying fat, but he's buff. So
He has
I
all
don't.
the at the good places.
Yes, yes.
I started my family late. Um, I said that chaos was not being heard. Luna downstairs is now acting up. So I'm gonna finish this, and after that I'm gonna go. So I had very bad luck in relationships, and at 27, 25 or 27, it's in my late 20s. I was hoping to be wed, starting my family in my late 20s, but then life was not very kind in that way, and I got married. I was almost 30, so my family started late, and this year I'm changing numbers. I'm changing 3 for 4. So this year, I'm going to be celebrating 40.
You're a baby still.
Still. There's days that I feel 40s, and there's days I feel 20. I get smacked in the head by really hard. Say, hey, you're not 20, you're 40. And there's days that I feel that I'm 60 because I
Yeah.
spent all night up with the kids for whatever reason. Or I had a dog, a husband, a child, and myself in a double bed. And I had this much to sleep. I know I'm still young. But my body sometimes smacks me behind the head and tells me, "Come on, you're not in your
That's not
20s."
age though. That's mileage.
Yeah, mileage. True, true. That's appropriate. It is mileage. I'm trying to get back into shape because, like, it's easy to be a stay at home mom and just like do what you got to do. But I haven't really trained. Like, I want to do yoga, walking, running, and like trekking. But I haven't really taken the time. So that's why this year, I think I did say that on Sundays, it's going to be morning of chores and afternoon of fun. So I'm hoping that I know it's gonna be hard because there's always something to do, but I really want to do that this year so that I can get back into shape so that the mileage doesn't press on me that much.
Right. Yeah.
Well, guys, Luna is going literally crazy downstairs, and chaos is officially at my house. So I'm going to talk to you guys maybe on Thursday or next Sunday, and I will be doing my giveaway. I was supposed to do it today and I forgot. My giveaway for reaching the monetization on March 6th. Officially, I was monetized on March 6th. I was supposed to do a giveaway and then life got in the way. So I will be doing it next Sunday. So I think I'm going to do it for subs only because I'm seeing so many other channels having issues with giveaways. So I'm going to ask a couple of people that did giveaways and I'll make an announcement later on this week. Bye, everyone. Nice to meet you. And good luck with your challenge.
Absolutely.